Eloi Fillion. He's the head of the International Committee of the Red Cross. Welcome to the programme. Great to have you. Now, this is the first winter in Afghanistan since the Taliban takeover in August. How bad is the humanitarian situation that you're seeing?
Well, thank you for having me, Maria. Look, Afghanistan has been suffering from destructions, displacement after more than 10 consecutive months of intense conflict, reaching the center of many of the major cities of the country. And then after the economic sanctions have just deepened an economic crisis, which is deepening by the day, paralyzing the banking system, stopping the payment of salaries to public servants. And therefore, now winter is coming just as an aggravating factor on all these difficulties for the people. We had an estimated half of the population of Afghanistan in need of humanitarian services of a different kind before winter comes. Today, we know that this number is only increasing.
And how would you describe the poverty levels that you're seeing?
When we look in Kabul, for instance, where I live, we have never seen such numbers of beggars in the streets, and that's something that is reported by colleagues as well living in other cities in Afghanistan. So a lot of public servants have not received their salaries since several months already. So they have difficulties to put food on their table. Winter is only aggravating this fact. The private sector is paralyzed because it cannot rely on a functioning banking system, and therefore a large portion of the population is having needs increasing by the day.
And last month, the UN Security Council adopted a resolution to help get aid to Afghans. Has this helped, and what help in particular does the International Committee of the Red Cross provide right now?
The decision of the UN Security Council has certainly brought some light at the end of the tunnel somehow. It has brought a positive psychological impact on humanitarian workers, institutions, as well as people, but it's short of providing the real solution to the problem of the Afghan population today, because it's falling short of providing the capacity to pay back salaries of hundreds of thousands of public servants, especially in the education sector, for instance. We, the ICRC, we are now trying to compensate for that in the health sector by providing salaries, by providing running costs and medical supplies to hospitals in the country. That's one part of the problem, but it's certainly not enough to cover all the needs of the population.
And of course, there's huge debate, Eloi, about the West and freezing funds and aid that should be going to Afghanistan. What guarantees are there that those funds would get to the aid that is needed and to pay those salaries that you say is the key issue there?
Well, the question should be, the ethical question should be, do we want to punish the population for political decisions or political positionings of different states, governments, and countries against the current regime in Afghanistan? The situation we have now requests that strong decisions are taken at the political level in order for liquidity to come back into the country. There are means and methods in order to make sure that salaries are going to the people who should receive them. We are doing it for the time being with health staff in hospitals. There should be more to be done in order for the teachers in the educational system to receive the salaries as well. There should be as well means to be put into place in order to allow the banking system to function and allow the private sector to make the wheel of the economy turn again, at least to a certain level that should allow people to get out of poverty.
And to even get their salaries, just very quickly, Eloi, we've spoken to people on this program that just can't even get, to their bank accounts.
But that's one of the technical problems that the sanctions are bringing to Afghanistan, is that the banking system is on the verge of collapsing or frozen. And people who have or receive their salaries or have their their money at the bank, cannot necessarily retrieve their assets because the bank, because of the sanctions, are now limiting the amount of money that individuals can retrieve at once.
Really great to get your perspective on exactly what's happening there in Afghanistan. Thank you so much, Eloi Fillion, head of the International Committee of the Red Cross, and good luck with all your work to you and your team.